Motivation is a state of mind which pushes all human beings to perform their highest potential with good spirits and positive attitude. Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss the various motivation theories that will help us understand what are the factors that drive motivation.
The first theory of motivation that we are going to discuss is the Maslow's theory of hierarchical needs. This motivation theory is according to Abraham Maslow. In his theory, he stated that a person will be motivated when all his needs are fulfilled. And he demonstrated this by creating a pyramid to show how people are motivated and mentioned that one cannot ascend to the next level unless lower level needs are fulfilled. Now look at the pyramid. In the lower level, we have psychological needs. These are the basic needs for survival, such as air, sleep, food, water, clothing, sex, and shelter. The next level, we have safety needs. These are the needs like protection from threats, deprivation, and other dangers, such as health, secure employment, and property. In the third level, we have social needs. These are the need for love, association, affiliation, friendship, and so on. The next level is self-esteem. This is the needs that they are the need for respect, appreciation, attention, and recognition. The upper and the last level is self-actualization needs. This is the highest level need to which a human being can aspire. It includes the opportunity for personal development, learning, and fun or creative or challenging work. This theory clearly shows that every human being is motivated if they are satisfied with specific needs. And if they are satisfied those needs, they will start thinking of fulfilling the next upper level of needs as mentioned in the pyramid.
Now let's proceed to the next theory, the Herbert's motivation theory. This theory is one of the content theory of motivation. This attempt to explain the factors that motivates individual through identifying and satisfying their individual's need, desire, and the aim pursue to satisfy this desire. In his experiment, the shocking things that Herbert learned was the things that cause a job satisfaction and the things that lead to the job dissatisfaction are not the same things. Because of this, he come up with two factors. First factor of satisfaction or the motivates. The second factor of dissatisfaction or hygiene factors. Motivational factors are based on individuals' need for the personal growth. It includes the sense of personal achievement, the job itself, and responsibility and advancement. The second factor is the hygiene factors, factors that cause of dissatisfaction in their absence. It also includes the company policy, second, supervision quality, working condition, and quality of interpersonal relation.
Another theory of motivation is McClelland motivation theory. His theory stated that every human being is motivated by the following three factors, which do not depend on our gender or age. One of these factors will be dominant in our behavior, and the dominant factor depends on our life experiences. These are the three factors. First, achievement, a need to accomplish and demonstrate own competence. People with a high need for achievement prefer tasks that provide for personal responsibility and results based on their own efforts. They also prefer quick acknowledgement of their progress. Second, evaluation, a need for love, belonging, and social acceptance. People with a high need for evaluation are motivated by being liked and accepted by others. They tend to participate in social gatherings and may be uncomfortable with conflict. Third, power, a need for controlling own work or the work of others. People with a high need for power desire situations in which they exercise power and influence over others. They aspire for positions with status and authority and tend to be more concerned about their level of influence than about effective work performance.
Now let us proceed to the next theory, the theory of Rome's, which is the Rome's expectancy theory. When we say Rome's expectancy theory, it aims to explain how people choose from the available actions. Brom's expectancy theory incorporates needs equity and reinforcement theories and emphasizes both the process and substance of motivation. The motivation to engage in an activity is determined by appraising three factors, which is the expectancy, the instrumentality, and the valence. When we say expectancy, a person's conviction that putting in more effort would lead to success or that working harder will lead to greater results. In this case, I am able to get good grades in EDUC 100 exam if I learn more. The appraisal of this factor is based on the effort of the student or the learner on how they are going to learn on EDUC 100. Instrumentality. The persons believe that there is a connection between the activity and the goal. In this case, will I get the promised reward or a good grades for performing well in EDUC 100 exam? The appraisal of this factor is based on the accuracy and the consistency of the student or a learner to get the good marking. Valence. Valence is the extent to which a person appreciates the ability to reward accomplishment. In this case, do I value the reward that I get? The appraisal of this factor is based on the importance of its subject, the good mark, and the good performance in general. Brome supposed that expectancy, instrumentality, and valence are multiplied together to determine motivation. Here, a person who does not recognize the link between effort and performance will have zero expectancy. A person who cannot see the connection between performance and reward will have zero instrumentality. The award will have zero valence for someone who does not value the expected outcomes. Expectancy theory highlights individual differences in motivation, which has three components that can be used for understand and increase motivation.
Now, let's discuss the next motivation theory, the MacGregor's Theory X and Theory Y. In this theory, MacGregor proposed two types of managers. One, Theory X. Managers who accept this theory believe that if you feel that your team members dislike their work, have little motivation, need to be watched every minute, and are incapable of being accountable for their work, avoid responsibility and avoid work whenever possible, then you are likely to use an authoritarian style of management. According to MacGregor, this approach is very hands-on and usually involves micromanaging people's work to ensure that it gets doing properly. The other one theory is Theory Y. Managers who accept this theory believe that if people are willing to work without supervision, take pride in their work, see it as a challenge, and want to achieve more, they can direct their own efforts, take ownership of their work, and do it effectively by themselves. These managers use a decentralized participative management style.
Now let's go to the ERG theory. It was developed by Clayton Paul Alderfer. It was simplified to the version of the Maslow hierarchy needs, and in fact, the best way to visualize ERG is by putting it in the context of the hierarchy of needs. ERG stands for existence, relatedness, and growth, and these are the three basic needs that students of learner will try to satisfy. All three needs must be satisfied simultaneously in order for an individual to feel motivated. Let us examine each of these terms: existence, relatedness, and growth. First, existence. It refers to our basic survival needs as humans. So in this category, the food, water, shelter, good health, and feeling safe, these are the needs that can be broadly described as our basic psychological and safety needs. If you can't satisfy your basic survival needs, then it's impossible to focus on the higher level needs. For example, if you don't have enough food or water, then your body can be subjected to starvation, knowing that starvation can lead to death. Next, we have relatedness. It refers to our need to relate to other person. It also refers to the relationships that we have to other. Having good relationships and interactions with other humans is a need we all share. Although this need isn't quite as strong as our basic survival needs. To feel happy and content, most humans need to interact with others. and they need those interactions to be positive in nature. Now, finally, we have growth. It refers to our need for personal development, to be creative, and to perform meaningful work. Growth allows to explore what our potential might be within our current environment. It is easier to be motivated as you're being presented growth opportunities daily. Now, important that principle, or we have to be aware that in RG theory, there's an idea that called frustration regression principle. When we say frustration regression principle, it is a barrier to motivation and achievement.
How can we apply these theories in our time as an educator? These theories hold considerable relevance for educators, as it includes insight into the best way to motivate learners. Maslow's theory is helpful in guiding teachers to keep learners motivated. For example, teachers can help learners to have their own goals of development and strive to achieve them. The Hertzberg's theory suggests that recognition is one of the factors that will motivate individuals. By providing a sense of accomplishment to our learners and make them feel valued for their work, this will help them to be motivated. Moreover, the teachers can use Mackleland motivation theory. By involving the learners via classroom participation and giving them responsibility, learners feel important and accepted. These theories also suggest that it is important to have a good relationship between teachers and students to keep themselves motivated. So that's it for this lesson, and we really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.